Right, we're doing it. So here's round 2 of the sketchbook tour. So I bought this book in this massive mall in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. It was massive, but it was sick. They had a roller coaster on the top story, like 5 stories up. So you'd be looking out the window whilst riding it. It was crazy. Load of shite. But I remember being really interested in the building processes where we were, and then how them like filling up these concrete frames, and then they put another like hollow wooden box on top of that and just support it with so much bamboo here, and then just fill that in. And just thinking about it could be a useful thing to know for making sculptures. Don't know what to say about that. So we hadn't been in Bali long when I drew this. This is in Ubud. We stayed in this great place there. It was so nice. It was like almost like a temple, and it had this little courtyard as soon as you'd open your door in the morning. It was so nice. And it had this really ornate pond area with all these little sculptures and stuff. Some of these are made up, definitely. But yeah, beautiful. We loved it there. And yeah, thinking about the construction and stuff again. Just drawing scaffolding and things. Bad perspective there. But never mind. There's someone like about to dive off the top here. This is when I got really obsessed at this point with thinking about humans moving in a way like ants, like all piling on top of each other and stuff like that. Although this was a bit different. I remember hearing about some guy's ayahuasca trip, and he envisaged himself being covered in loads and loads of other people, all like holding him down, and then he just suddenly had all the strength all at once and just threw them off himself like that. I've seen that too many times at this point. So, it's me researching and thinking about ants there. All these crazy different kinds. Like this, for example, skull collecting ants. They decorate their homes with skulls and exoskeletons of trapjaw ants, some other kind of ant. So they chemically mimic the scent of the other ants, sneak up on them, spray paralyzing acid on them, and then dismember and display them in their homes. Oh, there's just so many. An exploding ant. Their abdomen explodes as they squeeze a lethal toxin out their ass. This just goes on and on. This is thinking about the rice paddy structures in Bali. This is really exaggerated, but you would have seen them, those tiers of rice paddies. They look so nice and green and satisfying to look at. So I remember this as drawing some little dead crabs that were on the beach. And a dog. More of that. Carrying someone away. thinking about mushrooms taking someone over there, overriding them. It's me. Draw myself in the mirror. Looks something like that. There's Zell and lots of shit. We'd been snorkeling loads at this point, seeing all this cool stuff on the water. It's me again.
So creepy.
Yeah, that's very creepy. More mushroomy person things. And I kept thinking loads about, there's this mushroom that I've talked about before on Instagram that will it like infects an ant's exoskeleton and other insects, all kinds of insects, and it can literally like controls their body and mind, and it'll override their system and literally forces them to walk to a certain point, and then it'll like up to a high point, and then it'll force the insect to like bite down on the tree or something, for example, and then it shoots out spores from the top of the mushroom, which is like a seed for mushrooms, and then they float down, and then they land on another insect, and then they possess that insect, and it just keeps going on and on like that.
I'm going to make a cup of tea. I'll be back.
Okay. So this was thinking about what it looked like, there's loads of people rammed in one hole, like that, and then suddenly they all decide to just get up and go and get out. Way. That's how, like that, very simple. That's her foot. And there. So this is when we went to Angkor Wat, one of the wonders of the world. It's this ancient civilization in the jungle, and all these massive structures built out of stones, and it's just insane that people managed to do that. Google Angkor Wat, it's crazy. But yeah, these big stone structures there. This is Elle again. I like that too. She's chilling. Some furniture and things. Some intestine-y looking things. Some mattressy kind of walls. So, another bad drawing of Elle. Well, it's all right except the face. I don't know what's going on there. It's very strange. That's her again. And her again. I like that though. I think she was watching TV and I was just like stood over the top of her drawing her. Intense. Piled up people. So this was a beach in Uluwatu in Bali. It was really distinctive. You'd have to go down all these cliffs to get to it, and you get to the bottom and there was a little shipwreck there that was just lying on the beach. That's how just chilling there. and then there's all this stuff, all this shipwreck around it. There's a mega surf spot. You see there's the surfer guy there, and there's always just so many surfers like out here, but really good people, you know, where the pros would go and stuff. Double page thing. So I remember taking a while to draw this motorbike. It was in one place. I like that. And then this was in Cambodia, and you could the drinks are so cheap there, so you could sit outside somewhere and you'd be drinking for like hours and hours, and then you get a bill for like £3, and we'd just sit there drawing things at the same time. So I'd draw the things passing by around me and stuff, and then make up some more things and fuse it together like this. So when I was on about that cordyceps mushroom process earlier, that's it illustrated here. So one of them behaving weirdly. So like, right, let's do something about that. So then they get rid of them and just dump them somewhere. And then the mushrooms grow out of them. It's lots of me's in a cinema. More lots of me's in a cinema. This is more what it looked like with the screen light on your face, you know, but just done in lines. Like you imagine the face is only illuminating at certain points from the light of the screen in the darkness. More construction-y looking things. So I remember being in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, and you'd see a lot of this kind of stuff, just lots of animals just running around, rooting through people's bins and things, like chickens and cats and dogs and rats and everything all at once. Hello. She's back with her tea. There's just some furniture somewhere in Phnom Penh. This is Elle. Is Elle sleeping, eating, scrolling?
Obsessed.
There's a little doggo on the beach. Plant's quite nice. Do you remember this?
It's not the boat.
Yeah. We got a boat from the mainland in Cambodia, and then we got it out to some island where we're gonna stay on, and we ended up staying there for like weeks, as it was just chill, and we just wanted to rest. But yeah, the boat messed up at some point, and then because there was something caught in the propeller, and then the crew around you only speaking Cambodian and just stops in the middle of the ocean, pull out a big knife. You were pretty stressed out by that, weren't you? Understandably. And then they explained what's going on. Like, oh, okay. And they went and swam out on the boat and cut the rope off the propeller. But just thinking more about people building stuff. I've got a painting that looks kind of like that somewhere. All little doggos. Mirrored doggos. like a good bit of over the top perspective. So I remember drawing that on the beach, just drawing a boat just in front of us. And where we were, there's all these little islands in the distance. It's very nice. Sal again, and there. It's a guy making a pizza. It's one of the few bits of shading in the book, but I remember wanting to remember the colours of the ear to then like paint from it at home, which I haven't done. That's Sal's ear as well. I recognise the jewellery. That's yours. I like that.
Fucking awful.
That's cute. This reminds me of like childhood drawings. I always feel like me and my brothers would draw people invading castles and stuff like that, and then you'd hear from school and things about people tipping boiling water on them and stuff like that when people try and invade castles. Another siege tower. Except I remember looking at this afterwards like, oh wait, this doesn't really make sense. If you wanted a working siege tower, you'd have the bridge part on this side, so this can go flatter against the wall. Just so you know. Some stuff. It's Al watching something on our tablet. It's her hands there. So this, I remember I started drawing a building that was under construction in Cambodia. So, none of the windows were done or anything. There wasn't much on it, just concrete. So I drew that, and then when we went home, I kind of made it look like there was some big police siege onto it, as if it was some kind of mega squat, big fortress, and then they're all sieging it. I spent ages doing this. They're all throwing things off the building, like this crate and these bricks and petrol bombs and stuff from every window. And then we've got all the police on the outside against this like makeshift wall, trying to get in. Some of them on fire over here. Very unpleasant. What? That's that building again in some way. This, I remember we back in England here. So this was, we'd been travelling for days without staying somewhere. So I remember this was on the train from London to Cumbria, where Ellie's family's from. So just drawing people on that. And I know when we're in Cumbria, I remember drawing Ellie's nephew's Action Man. So this tree, this is a tree in Ellie's hometown, Wigton, and we we refer to it as the tree because it's
No, my mum does. Because we were going out one day and you wanted to go to the tree, and I had to tell her that that's where we were going. Because that's all the fucking was to do.
To be fair, it is a very nice tree. And there's no other trees around it. It's just in a field, so it's distinctive. And when I was drawing this, someone walked past us. I went, "Oh, it's a nice tree, isn't it?" It's the talk of the town. And I added all these camping people. I think we had been in similar camping situations, before we left, like, to go away. We were doing stuff with my friends, so it's kind of remembering that whilst drawing this tree. And this is in Ellie's younger sister's bedroom. We were staying in there when we got back. So
Illegally,
yeah. I feel like it's
Molly, if you're watching.
like 3 years have passed, I think we can say. That's me in a dresser mirror. Looking awful. This is our little toy penguin, Popsy. And basically, she was a mega Michael Jackson fan. Don't know if she still is, but so there's a lot of MJ stuff around, basically. There he is.
I think that's the least flattering picture you've ever drawn of me.
Yeah, that's awful. Sorry, El. Quite like this drawing of two waiters smoking here. This old lady, Tesco bag. It's not something you'd talk about. So my mum came to stay at one point. So there's some drawings of her. There she is. That's Elle. That's the one she was saying she hates. That's definitely my mum's feet. I recognise this bunion. I think it's a bunion. There's my mum again. So yeah. There's that ear. I quite like this. Just made up this chandelier-y type thing. I like these glass shapes with that stuff wrapping around the outside. Continues here. There's a little space with the stairs coming into this room. Stairs that side too. So that I definitely drew Ellie's nephew's toy dump truck. Added all this. This I had some photo reference at some point, but I really like those snow monkeys. They are in Japan. Imagine them in some kind of car dump, just being snowed on. That's from an old photo of me as a kid, and my dad watching over me. It would have been my brother or sister there. Just these great shadows in the ground. It's our toy penguin.
Fucking awful again.
That's Ella's some kind of fuzzy egg. Looking thrilled about being a fuzzy egg. It's a sofa. A sofa and Elle. Cut in half. Ooh. Cut in half like as though it looks like a piece of meat inside. I hate that. So this, I remember, it was 2019 and we'd not long been back in Liverpool. We just came here and did a viewing of the first flat we saw because we gave up our old flat to go travelling, so we weren't paying rent whilst we were away, and then we came here and just got the first one we saw. And then I kind of knew I was going to go back to my old job because I liked the people there and my old boss. I don't know why. I just started, from my memory, I just started to draw what the buffet table looked like. Because that's what we did. We worked the breakfast buffet. And because I'd laid it out so many times, I could remember, like, the cupcakes go there, the pastries go there, the croissants there, the cereal here, the different milks, the soy milk, the normal milk, the full fat milk and the yogurt and all that stuff. The hams over here, whatever, but all that, and then the kitchen pass here. Didn't bother with anything else, and then didn't really think much of it at the time, but I just started drawing myself, like, carrying someone out the room, which I probably wanted to do a few times.
Well, cover it then.
I'm not filming it. I'm not filming it. Can I keep that moment in? That's quite funny.
Well, it depends what you can see.
I didn't expect that to pop up on that page. I think I've had the same issue when other people have asked to look at this book before and I forget. So never mind. The phone just stopped recording. But fortunately, that was at a good time. We didn't miss much. We were filming for ages without realising. But some of this is quite funny. It's mostly Elle's drawings. She's gone, she's done with this, but she's just got me and my juice here. She loves juice. It's a little doodles. She's done this one here. She drew someone on a bike, but to ride bike. Like, just to make sure you know. This one here, that's quite cute. Some more hangman. It's me trying to learn German grammar, which I still don't know. It's hard. Some stuff. This is the back of the book. Both backs have fallen off. Just some things. Some recipes we wanted to cook that we tried out there. Good stuff. This was our whole journey at that time. We didn't include the places in the UK, except at the ends, but yeah. So we went from Bangkok to Surat Thani to Khalsok, to Phuket, to Railay, to Krabi, to Kuala Lumpur, to Medan, to Bukit Lawang, to Medan, to Kuala Lumpur, to Denpasar, to Ubud, to Munduk, to Ahmed, to Ubud, to Mount Batur, to Ubud, to Canggu, to Seminyak, to Uluwatu, to Kuala Lumpur, to Siem Reap, to Battambang, to Phnom Penh, to Chinookville, to Koh Rong, to Kampot, to Phnom Penh, to Singapore, to Kuala Lumpur, to Heathrow, to Wigton. That was a whole part of our broad part of the trip anyway. But anyway, thank you very much. If you're still watching this, you're probably on your own, probably the only person. God bless you. Thanks for staying with me. Hope you enjoyed this, and have a fine day.